Hey everybody, how's it going out there? This is Fina, the waifu satyr, bringing you a new video series covering niche or novelty builds that hardly anyone uses, and understandably so because of how suboptimal these can be. Now, you're probably wondering, why even make this video to begin with? Well, my intent is to inform rather than it to be super practical. So, maybe you're looking to have fun, to experiment, to put your gear to use. It is season 21 and we're about midway through. And so maybe you've got quite a bit of gear in your inventory just not being used. So, with that said, today I'm featuring the T16 LoD Petsader build. So, I used to run this for T10s way back when. I know, right? However, with the recent change to the Legacy of Dreams legendary gem, I'm now able to do T16s fairly efficiently. Granted, I needed quite a bit of Paragon and my gear uh, to be quite optimized. As you can see, I have quite a bit of sheet damage. And so, unless you're determined to be where I'm at, or you've made the investment, this build rather, probably isn't going to be too relevant to you. But it is kind of fun and it's different. So I'm not going to go into the gear too much. I guess I can show you very quickly what I have, but I'm maximizing damage because, as you can see, I mean, just look at this this pet shield. It has no damage modifier. The pet flail has no damage modifier. Um, the pet helmet kind of does, but it's measly, and the pet ring doesn't really do anything for damage. So you gotta you gotta prioritize damage wherever you can get it, and so that is one of the reasons why this build is so hard to gear for, on top of trying to get all ancients. So in terms of playstyle, it's I guess I can show you my skills real fast. So this is how the build works. You basically pop Akarat's champion, Bowman. Your Bowman kills enemies, and then as a result of the Baleful Remnant, you'll get more summoned Phalanx avatars. And you can also summon additional avatars by using the Falling Sword Rising Brothers rune. And that's basically what you're doing. You're running around trying to keep your Scorched Necklace buff up, casting your Bowman, keeping an eye on your Convention of Elements cycle, and popping all your damaging skills when it's on the physical cycle. So I'm using the SOJ, and I wanted to use the fire spec, but I realized I don't have a Stone of Jordan that's current and has fire elements, so I'm stuck using the physical gear. So if you do run non-physical gear, just be forewarned that when you do time your Convention of Elements, you want to do it with the physical cycle. So just something to keep in mind. Anyways, that's basically how the build works. Let me show you a demonstration of a T16 Rift. Alright, so pop Akarat's champion and Bowman. Of course, I never follow my own directions. And as you can see, these green avatar dudes are starting to show up. Of course, I had to get caves on my first floor, which is wonderful, but that happens quite a bit. One thing to notice or note is that the Oculus Ring does not proc very often with this build because, again, your Bowman or your pets aren't going to proc the Oculus Ring. So just something to keep in mind. So as you've noticed, I'm keeping up my sports necklace buff quite a bit. So basically just run around and let your meat shields take all the damage. It's a very passive build or playstyle. So if that's the kind of build that you like, and I love those kinds of builds, then this is for you. So yeah, I like to fire this up every once in a while. When I'm bored, you know, I want to try something different. So yeah, this is not going to be your main, you know, T16 farming build. And of course I get stuck on doors. Yep. Good old Crusader.
Like chaff before the wind.
So yeah, one downside to this build is that you don't have high uptime on Akarat's champion, so you know, you gotta make the best of it. Try to get as much cooldown reduction as you can. And strategically cast Akarat's champion. Being a little overcautious there. Yeah, this is where I should have manned up and just gone in there. Gotta love fat dudes. One thing I forgot to mention is that this build shines for single target damage. So the RG will go down quite quickly. I mean, granted I got Conduit, but you know, T16 Conduit isn't all that powerful. Alright, so that was pretty much the demonstration and the end of this video, I think. There's not much else to add. Again, this is not a build guide per se, but it was there to maybe inspire, to inform, and to encourage others to, you know, give things that are not typical and not popular a try. And so this was Fina, the Waifu Satyr. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.